my slam time. Gonna bust up your behind. This is my slam time. Gonna mess up your whole mind. This is my slam time. Gonna bust up your behind. This is my slam time. Gonna mess up your whole mind.
Welcome to Work the Left Side. Something a little bit different tonight. It is just me. I was meant to have a guest on. They aren't. So I wanted to record an episode. So yeah, I figured I wanted to do a Tidal review episode. Normally I have people on with me while I'm doing this, but nobody's free. Everybody's busy. So it's just my ugly mug talking about Tidal wrestling. So yeah, here we go. Obviously, if you're still watching after that revelation that there isn't another wrestler coming on, there isn't somebody else to listen to talk to, it's just me, and you're still here, thank you. But yeah, so Tidal, they ran 2 shows last Sunday. We had This One's For You, and then after that we had Second Chance. This One Is For You was a all-women show. I unfortunately didn't get to see it, but I was there for Second Chance, and it was a great show. It was an 8-match card, so I just have to get used to talking to myself. But yeah, it was an 8-match card, and there wasn't a bad match. No, out of the 8 of them, all 8 matches delivered something. I can't remember off the top of my head the order that they ran in, so I'm just going to talk about them as I think about them. So, first match I want to talk about is the Strong Dads versus the Freak Show, because personally, you know, I've been a massive mark for RJ Singh for many years. Since, you know, Southside days. RJ's just a class act. He is an OG of British wrestling, and I was just really happy to see him up in Huddersfield, happy to see him at Tidal, happy to see him work with Skip. I've never seen the Strong Dads in person. I've seen a lot of social media stuff, and yeah, they're a great team. They get it, they're entertaining. They do what they do, they entertain the fans, they have a laugh, but they're solid workers as well, and they can turn it on when needed. And obviously, you know, the Freak Show are amazing. You know, the history-making Freak Show, Gentleman Jim and Axel the Clown turning up with those Tidal tag belts, looking awesome, looking like they belong. You know, they look like champions now. They've come on so far, you know, since they first turned up in Tidal. Anybody who's sleeping on, you know, the Freak Show, watch what they're doing, watch what they've been doing, watch what they're gonna be doing, because I'm hearing some awesome stuff will be happening down the line. So, you know, if it's as good as I think it's gonna be, it will be amazing. But yeah, this match was just a lot of fun, and yeah, I loved it. I've watched it again, doing the reels as I do. I get a chance to watch a lot of the matches over and over. And I've watched this match 4 or 5 times, and it's just thoroughly entertaining. After this one, I remember the Ian Skinner versus Aluna, just because it was hard hitting. It wasn't what I was expecting. I didn't really know much about Aluna before watching this match, but obviously we know Ian Skinner. He's a very cool guy, lots of friends, very cool sort of back and forth before the match for about 2 minutes.
He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Massive shout out to Cara, who ringing out both shows. She just kind of stood there as the crowd were just chanting, "He's a cool guy, lots of friends, he's a cool guy, lots of friends." And as far as first time ring announcers go, that's amazing. Far better than I would have could have done. So a massive pat on the back. But yeah, the Aluna Skinner match was a lot more hard hitting than I expected, and yeah, just a really good match. So Ian Skinner's quality, thoroughly impressed with Luna. Got a new fan here for life. She looks boss. And again, yeah, just back and forth, heavy hitting, some impactful moves, and but by the end of it, Mr. Skinner is still your open weight champion. So job's a good one. Obviously, if you get a chance after you've watched this episode, head over to the Tidal socials. All the reels on there. Instagram's the best place to probably go view them, just because you can easily scroll down and see them all. Check out the highlights for all of these matches. You won't be disappointed. Hopefully you appreciate the music choices as well. So yeah, after this one, we will go to the Work the Left Side Tag Team of the Year 2024. It was the Brand and Maddie Morgan versus Rob Drake and Lana Austin. It was meant to be Tom Thirlwell as well, but he wasn't there, so it ended up becoming a 3-on-2 handicap match. Yeah, anybody who knows this channel, knows me, knows I stand with the Brand. I love those guys. I think they're awesome. They just kind of get it. And obviously, yeah, Bob Drake's a big boy. Lana Austin is a living legend in British wrestling now. So the match is what it was. There's some good moments in there. Obviously, Rob looked really strong, kind of very dominating. Lana looked dominating. Maddie looked amazing as well. She had some great moments. The Brand worked really well as a team. And yeah, eventually the 3 beat the 2. Rightly so, as it should be. Especially as one of them's an established tag team. Myself and Graham Pearce had this conversation. A tag team should always beat 2 singles wrestlers put together. So, but that's just our logic. But yeah, so this one was won by the Brand and Maddie Morgan. And another match on the night was, trying to think of the easiest way I sort of whittle them down. I will, because I did it yesterday, I'm going to talk about the Priscilla Alexander Lockhart match. This was not what I was expecting at all. Obviously followed Priscilla for years. Again, you know me, you know the show, you know the respect. And they said to me once that they always kind of imagined the Priscilla character as being kind of a combination of Hulk Hogan and Okada, which is a really weird thing I never thought I would say out loud. But yeah, you can definitely get the Okada vibes from this match. Priscilla and Alexander just worked strong. This was probably as strong a style match as you will see these two have. There was chops, there was slaps, obviously. There was just good, solid working. We appreciate it. We appreciate it a lot. Huge love to Alexander and Priscilla for this match. It was above and beyond anything I expected. So both of them absolutely smashed it. Priscilla's making a habit of this at Tidal. Their match the tag match, during the tag match of Queens versus Misery Business, when Priscilla was in the ring with Joe Wade, that was awesome as well. So much love to Priscilla. And the next match I want to say was we'll go with the HT Drake Open Challenge, because who could forget about rock, paper, scissors, musical chairs, and then just some good old-fashioned wrestling. Obviously, HT Drake doing the Open Challenge. Joseph Connor comes out, answers it, does his spiel on the mic. Very, very cool. Again, you know me, you know my thoughts on Joseph Connors. I I think the guy's amazing. It's awesome. I'm so happy to see him at Tidal. I've always kind of dubbed him as the British Adam Cole. Not to kind of say he's wants to be Adam Cole. It's just, if people don't know who he is, that's the best way I can think of describing him, so they get an idea of what to expect. He's just mentally savvy. He gets it. His promos, full on heel Joseph Connors is amazing to witness. You know, when he's quite like what he did. He was doing in BWR last year against Nathan Cruz. Again, just amazing stuff. So to see him versus HT Drake, as a purist wrestling fan, dude, my mind was blown. I was about to say my nuts nearly exploded, which, you know, figuratively speaking, wouldn't be amiss. But yeah, so you're expecting this, you know, it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls, so we're like, we're going to get, you know, an amazing wrestling match here, 3 falls. It's going to be intense. It's going to be rock, paper, scissors. Congratulations, because that just totally, I loved it. It wasn't expected. You know, they could have played it totally serious, but they had fun. They were entertaining as hell. And yeah, they did rock, paper, scissors. They did musical chairs. Huge shout out to Sandy Beaches as well. And then we had the out and out wrestling match for the third fall, which was as good as you would expect it to be, with, you know, HT Drake and Connors. After this match, Jensen, my boy, 7 years old, he turned around to me and he sort of says, "That is the greatest match I have ever seen." That's how high of a praise he was for Joseph Connors versus HT Drake. And anybody out there who didn't like the match or thought it was too silly or didn't get it, he got it and he loved it, and it was the greatest match he's ever seen. So, you know, you cater for everyone, and that was what those guys did, and that's why they are professionals, and that's why they're at the top of what they do. So yeah, again, yeah, I'm just hyping people up here because they deserve it, and that was amazing. I know I'm missing a match, and it's gonna absolutely kill me if I don't get it. Oh, sorry, no. Right, there's 2 more matches left if my maths is right. We will discuss the Iron Will title match, which was Chris Aries versus Vuzic. It was meant to be Arthur Scuro versus Ronnie Knox versus Chris Aries versus Vuzic. Due to injuries, we lost 50% of the people. Hope they get well soon. You know, we spoke to Arthur Scuro last week. Caught up with him. You know, he's doing well. He's rehabbing shoulder, so we'll see him in March. But this worked out perfectly for me for Chris Aries versus Vuzic. 20 minutes, just solid action. These guys were so close with everything. You know, they worked it perfectly. You know, obviously, eventually Vuzic got the 1-0 lead, but Aries was this close all the time to getting it back to 1-0. It was this close having it as a draw. It was this close to being a tie. You know, Aries looked 0.1% under Vuzic. That's how close it was, and that's how strongly he's been booked. He was very nearly Vuzic's equal, and not many people get to say that when it comes to the Iron Will. It was an awesome match. Just 20 minutes of solid back and forth. Again, if you know me, you know the episode. You know, I refer to Vuzic as the blueprint for the next generation of wrestlers. I regard him as being one of the best currently in this country. I just think he's amazing at what he does, and the fact that he's added storytelling, you know, to his game. He can work emotions. He can tell a story. He can get you invested. The dude's unreal. And Chris Aries is amazing, and is another one of these people that I'm really grateful for Tidal, like, get to see on a regular basis. So keep your eyes on Aries. I think 2025 will be, if he's not main eventing at Tidal by the end of this year, start of 26, I will eat this hat. There you go, you have it on video proof. And then we had the main event, Shah Samuels versus Spike Trevay. 2 boys from down south. you know. If you didn't know that, you know, it's when they came out smelling of deep heat, because, you know, it's a southern thing. I can't even do this match justice, you know. Again, Shaw Samuels, OG of British wrestling. I haven't seen him in live since PCW days. When I used to go to PCW all the time, Shaw was there. Always been a big boy, always been very cool, always got his character. You know, he's the embodiment of East. You know, he gets his character, and that's why it's so good. And obviously Spike Trevay, you know, the Vulture, the Tidal champion, we love him. And again, forever grateful for Tidal that I get to see him on a regular basis, because the dude is one of the best in the world, and it's unreal. It still blows my mind that we see him on such a regular basis doing what he does, like very few others do it. So yeah, amazing match. The reel will be out within a day or two of that match. Keep your eyes peeled. Sorry, but yeah, just overall, Tidal Second Chance is an amazing show. Obviously, they are uploading the shows to YouTube now. We are currently at 2017. They are progressively catching up. So I don't know when the newer shows are going to be on YouTube, but hopefully, you know, they'll be on there sooner, and you'll get to see this. But as soon as you get a chance to watch the show, I cannot hype it up enough. You know, I don't need to hype it up. It's gone. You know, I'm not trying to sell tickets. I'm not trying to get people on, you know, asses on seats. I just want to let you all know how good it was, and if you get a chance to see it. If you don't miss the next one. That's the point. You know, this show was so good. The Tidal shows have been so good recently that I want everyone to go to the parish. I want everyone to witness, because it's unreal. You know, the talent you get to see there stands out because it's different. It's not better, it's not worse than, you know, a lot of the other promotions in Yorkshire. It's different. It's not the same old. It's not like it's a local promotion, it's going to have all the same people on. No, it's got some of the same people on, but then it's got a combination of new people you haven't seen before, people from down south that very rarely come up here. So it feels special when you get to see them. So that's what makes it very, very cool. And obviously, you know, they've been announcing a lot of matches recently for the March show. It's, you know, well, let me just, right, it's just reminded me, obviously, the one match I forgot, which I'm actually at a loss with myself for forgetting, because this was the match I was hyping up the most before the actual show. It was Liam Slater versus Ace Matthews. Liam Slater back in Tidal. You know, this was unreal for me. This made my day, this made my month, this made my weeks, this made my 2025 so far. I'm so happy to see Liam back. He is Tidal wrestling for me from back in the day when I first started going. You know, his story of chasing the title, getting it off of Rampage Brown, that's my first kind of memory, my first lasting memory of Tidal. That was the first story arc that I was invested in. So yeah, to see Liam back is amazing. Obviously, everybody loves Ace. He's the Tidal chief. He does what he does very, very well. Unfortunately, I kind of, you know, he had to be fed to Liam to get Liam back to the top of the mountain straight away. Because after the Spike Trevay match, who came out and knocked Spike from behind and took his belt? It was Liam. And obviously, you know, Liam's got to be deemed as being worthy of doing that, which, again, anybody who knows their shit knows he is. But you've kind of got to treat it like people don't know sometimes. Like, you know, first-time fans, people might not know who Liam Slater is. So he's got to come out. He's got to make that impression on Ace Matthews, the Tidal chief, you know, the former champ. That at the end of the show, when he stood there holding the belt, people are like, oh shit, you know, this dude is a legitimate challenge to Spike Trevay, the person we all love, our champion, who we've cheered on since he beat Scotty, and, you know, who's taken on man like Dewey's, taken on Mark Andrews, taken on someone like, you know, Joseph Connors, the best of the best. Yeah, so Liam Slater was stood there tall with the belt, looking like an absolute just boss. So obviously, that's what's reminded me, because they have announced it's Liam Slater versus Spike Trivet at the March show in a non-title match, because we can't reward bad behaviour. We cannot allow Liam to have a title shot just because he stole the belt. It doesn't work that way. You'll have a match against Spike. If you beat Spike, I presume you get a title match. So that's the reward. That's the stipulation. And obviously it leaves up in the air. We don't know what the result's going to be, you know. So, and other matches that have been announced. Well, Sean Only back at Tidal in March against the Gala. I spoke to the Gala ages ago now, it seems. Very, very, very cool guy. Absolutely tearing it up over sort of Liverpool side, you know, Wrestle Island, places like that. Definitely one to watch, and hoping, you know, he makes an impact at Tidal and the fans acknowledge that and follow him afterwards and see what he's up to. But yeah, it's just so much stuff, you know. At the next title show, I'm trying to wrap my brain. I know it's like a 9-match card, so I'm hoping timing's not going to be an issue, because the thing is though, all of the matches I want to be 20 minutes long. You know, they all look amazing. They all could go for 20 minutes, but they can't. You know, we'd be at the show for like 5 hours or something with the intermission. So yeah, it's fingers crossed it goes well, and they get everything sorted out. You know, sometimes a match doesn't have to go 20 minutes. You know, it could go 10 minutes. There could be shenanigans. You're telling a story. Or not every match has got to be a 5-star wrestling match. You could spend 10 minutes, tell a story, move on to the next show, and then we'll get the aftermath at the next show, kind of thing. So hopefully, you know, the creative will bear stuff like that in mind. And either way, it's going to be an amazing show. I never leave a title show disappointed. That's the key thing. So yeah, that's it really. That's the look back at Tidal Second Chance. Boss show, 2 thumbs up. If I didn't get 2 thumbs up, I wouldn't review it, in all fairness. I don't like to review stuff that I don't like, because what's the point? I don't want to sit here and neg on stuff. It doesn't make sense. You know, I want to sit here and talk about all the good stuff, the positive stuff, the stuff that I enjoyed. And talking of which, you know, I am going to split my time a little bit, because I have split loyalties, especially with Work the Left Side. We have Tidal and we have True Grit, and it's True Grit this Saturday night in York. The Gold Rush, the aftermath of the Rumble. And in the main event, we have Brady Phillips, who may be bulletproof, but is he Kemper proof? It is Kemper versus Brady Phillips for the True Grit title, Saturday, 1st of February in York. The Kemper Era is here. I've been singing this song since Kemper debuted at the Rumble last year. You know, I'm always like, again, if you're watching this, you know me, you know the episode. You know, I'm just going to stand here and repeat myself. But yeah, I've been shouting from the rooftops for Kemper to be, you know, challenging Brady. But shocker, I don't want Kemper to win it first time. I want this to be 2 or 3 matches. I want this to be a bit of an arc, because even though he's heel and we're meant to hate him, Brady is just so good as champ. Seriously, any True Grit fans watching, you look back at the matches Brady had last year, a lot of them were match of the year contenders. And you know, Jet Marshall, Will Cruz, and Serico, he's just had absolutely amazing matches. And I'd be kind of sad when he's not champ, so I kind of want to see him. But I think Kemper will level up every time he's in the ring with Brady Phillips. It's not a match dynamic I've seen much from Kemper, so I'm interested and I want to see it. I want to see him evolve, and I think Brady will do that, but I think it should be over 2 matches or 3 matches, I don't know. But obviously eventually Kemper coming out with the belt, that's key. You know, we need to move on to the Kemper Era, and we need to see him stood there just tall. But I'm old school as well though. Once the face gets the belt, I'm a bit like, okay, where do we go from here? You know, I like a heel champion. I like the face chasing him. That's why I say 2 or 3 matches. I want that face chasing the title. It's too short for me. The face coming out challenging the champ. I want your belt. awesome, let's have a match. Hey, I got your belt. All right, cool, where do we go from here? So make the face work for it, make the face, you know, have Riley Nova get involved. I don't know, there's always shenanigans. You know, it's House of Pain boys, you know, Sash could have his back, Franco, Brad, you know, there's a lot of HOP people in the house at True Grit now. So which brings us on to the regime, I can't even say the damn word. This brings us on to Brad Matthews, Franco Fate and Sash versus Hack and Slash and the Beard. So Hack and Slash and Beard, which is obviously one half of Crash Boat, Mr. Pop Punk Kid Jake Silver, teaming up with Brandon Butcher and Jay Vertigo in a 3-on-3 tag match. And oh man, I'm hyped. I love this announcement. Hack and Slash are my boys. I've been Team Hack and Slash since day one. I want to see them everywhere. You know, I want them to turn up on this show and just make such an impression that the fans are just bugging the shit out of JC to get them booked on every single show afterwards. You know, I want to see Hack and Slash challenging Meatwagon down the line for the titles. You know, this is just, it's too good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. We have Riley Nova versus Billy O'Keefe, or as their nicknames are now given, my other half has deemed Riley Nova as Cutie McTootie, and a certain friend of the show has deemed Billy O'Keefe as Biceps O'Dimples. So in my head now, this is Cutie McTootie versus Biceps O'Dimples. Both of these guys are amazing young talent. Obviously been a massive mark for Billy for years, had him on the show. Heard of Riley Nova, hadn't actually seen him in person till he turned up at True Grit, and what I've seen of him a few times now is the dude is unreal. You know, the dude is learning fast from Brady Phillips and Joseph Connors. You know, you put those two guys together, you get Riley Nova, and that's huge. That's a massive compliment. The guy is solid, he's smooth, and yeah, I'm hoping this will be treated right and, you know, be good 10-15 minutes. These two guys could absolutely go 50-50, back and forth, solid match, smooth transitions, everything. And it'll be a great match. It could be a match of the year contender. Seriously, both guys are that good. And I think Billy needs it. I think people need to understand that he's not just El Bilzo. He's not just there to piss off Sean only kind of thing. You know, Billy O'Keefe is legit. He could also be, you know, a main eventer down the line. You know, this could be a future True Grit main event in 2 or 3 years' time. You know, it could be Riley Nova versus Billy O'Keefe for the True Grit title. You know, in a few years. That's how good they both are. So I'm looking forward to this match. We have Melissa Fierce versus Lily Winter. Both of these ladies are boss. I've seen them both at True Grit before. Both of them always absolutely smash it. Obviously, saw Lily recently at Tidal. She had an amazing match, as mentioned, against Holly Barlow. And yeah, this will be a great one to see. Dom versus Enserico in a Valentine's hardcore match. If you went to the last York show, you saw Dom get absolutely foobarred by B.A. Rose in a Christmas hardcore match. Apparently Dom likes this stipulation. I think Dom's a fucking idiot because he keeps getting fucked up in these matches. But, you know, God loves a trier. So I'm obviously only joking. Dom is awesome. I'm so happy to see him back at True Grits. You know, a former champ back in the house. Nice for him to come over, you know, whilst he's back in the country. So yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to this. Both of these guys, former champs, really good at what they do. It'll be entertaining as hell. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. And you know, Sean Only masked challenge is on. Sean Only is back with another open challenge. So we'll see who comes out to answer that. It must be a masked wrestler. So, you know, first person that pops into my head, we had him on the show recently. Look back through previous episodes and you'll see a masked wrestler from a couple of months ago. Who knows, maybe it's him. Maybe it's Simon. I don't know. Maybe it's One Ho Mutley. It could be many people in a mask. But always cool to see Sean Only, always cool to see what's going on there, a bit of storytelling, you know, you gotta love it. We have Misery Business versus Meat Wagon. Wow, it was such a good match. Even made a little guitar noise. It's very out of tune, but it's guitar. Yeah, Meat Wagon are amazing. You know, sorry Nikki, but Meat Wagon are boss. I agree with Jeebus on this. We are meat men. We love meat. Meat. But obviously we love Misery as well. So I'm just going to sit on the fence for this one. I love Meat Wagon. Misery Business are on my team as well. You know, I just hope to God they never face Hack and Slash, otherwise I'm just going to spontaneously combust. But yeah, Misery Business looking to get their belts back. They obviously lost them at the title, at the ladder match at Jacob's Ladder, and this is Meat Wagon's first title defense, and whoever wins this then go up against Nash Boat, as a member of Nash Boat eliminated Anderson from the Rumble, earning them a title shot. So Bosch, whoever wins this faces Nash Boat. Obviously logically thinking, you know, it's going to be Meat Wagon versus Nash Boat at some point down the line, but you know, Misery Business will put on a hell of a fight. I just think there may be shoes involved, and you know, Misery Business gets screwed out of the title, which sucks. But you know, at least then maybe we get the satisfaction of seeing Nash Boat beat Meat Wagon. You know, stranger things have happened. You know, it's rained fish before. Mayors have spontaneously combusted. Who knows what will happen? So, yeah, top of my head, that's the True Grit card for this Saturday as well. So, if you haven't got your ticket for True Grit, do it. Go to York. Go watch every one of these matches. Just an amazing show to be had. Head over to socials, Tidal Social, check out the reels for the matches that I was talking about from Second Chance, and also this one's for you. There's 3 reels not out yet if you go and watch after this episode is uploaded. Shah Samuels for Spike Trevay, Joseph Connors versus HT Drake, and Liam Slater versus Ace Matthews, but they will be up within the next few days. I'm told the person who does them is trying very hard to do them as quickly as possible, so be sure to like and add them to your story, you know, spread the word, try and get the views up, that'd be amazing. But yeah, that's it. So as well, I would be amiss, obviously I've shouted out True Grit on the 1st of February, but there are 5 amazing shows happening this Saturday on the 1st of Feb. Obviously we sponsor True Grit, so I'm going to hype up True Grit on this episode. But, you know, Infamous are running a show, Future Shock are running a show, North are running a show, Odyssey are running a show. That is 5 of the top promotions in this country all running a show on the same day with enough talent to make each card fully stacked. That's how good British wrestling is at the minute. That's how deep the pool of talent is. That is fucking crazy. But you know, I wish all the best to all 5 shows. You will smash it. I have no serious doubt. Whichever show you go to, you will be happy. You will leave with a massive smile on your face. You will leave talking to whoever came with you about some of the amazing wrestling you have seen that night. So yeah, just go support whichever promotion is local to you, and buy some merch. Say hi to the wrestlers. Cheer on the good guys. Boo the bad guys. But keep showing love to the wrestling, to the British wrestling. And yeah, that's it. And you can tell I'm coming to the end of the episode now because I'm starting to ramble. I do this on every freaking episode. I suck at stopping. So what I will say is thank you for watching. Sorry it's only been me and you've had to endure this for however long this has been recording for. But yeah, thank you. We will be back next week with guests as normal. And we are back for episode 3 of Royally Rumbled as well next week, with DJ King, Bobby Cash and JC in the house as we talk about the 1990 Royal Rumble. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching, and as always, work the left side, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.